Now, a fiscal council is an independent body usually set up to evaluate a fiscal policy. It is like a fiscal watchdog, if you want to put it that way. Of course, Parliament is there to, carry out that mandate, but they are not so effective. So we need another body to assist them to carry out that mandate. Now, fiscal councils can make a significant contribution to good fiscal policy, provided that they are established in a form which guarantees their independence. This is very critical. And that's why we are saying that the Fiscal Policy Advisory Council that was established by the President is not a true fiscal council, because it is under the President and it is not an independent body. Well, to be an effective agency of fiscal restraint, the Fiscal Council should be able to exercise independent watchdog role over executive formulation and implementation of fiscal policy. Now, Fiscal Council independence is especially important for Ghana and other developing countries where institutional checks and balances over fiscal policy tend to be weak. But what exactly are fiscal councils meant to do? Are these institutions similar in structure across countries? And are they an alternative or complement to fiscal rules? Now, a study that compared the activities of 11 fiscal councils notes that at first sight, they appeared very diverse. In fact, the US and the Dutch fiscal councils have over 150 staff each. In fact, the US Fiscal Council, which is called the Congressional Budget Office, has 235 staff. But some others have small staff, largely comprising council members. Around half of those councils that were investigated focused only on fiscal policy, while others also provided analysis of employment, growth, and other structural policies. While most just consider macroeconomic issues, the two councils in North America, that's US and Canada, also undertake analysis of spending projects, some particular spending projects. However, there were some interesting commonalities. As they differ, they also share some commonalities. In fact, all of them provide some form of ex post or ex ante evaluation of fiscal policy and long-run fiscal sustainability. Now, unlike independent central banks, however, no fiscal council, though surveyed, had any formal power to decide the national deficit. In other words, it is not the responsibility of the fiscal council to determine the deficit for us. That is always left to government to do that. Now, as problems with fiscal deficits and targets have taken hold, fiscal councils have become increasingly common. However, fiscal councils are more common in developed countries than in developing countries, even where fiscal challenges tend to be more dominant. Fiscal challenges tend to be more dominant in developing countries, but we don't have as many fiscal councils as developed countries have. In fact, in Africa, I looked through the literature and I saw that fiscal councils are very few, if any. In fact, the most prominent one is the Parliamentary Budget Office of South Africa, which provides independent and objective economic and fiscal analysis to Parliament. Now, Ghana, we have flirted, with establishing a fiscal council, but not as yet we don't have as yet a well-standard one.